About 2 in the morning. Pete and I are packing up all our shit. That's Pete's pack. Does it seem a little big? There's our candles. I think how many candles do we have, Pete?
100.
100 candles. There you have it. 100 candles, because we're gonna need all those candles.
I think.
Every single one. There's our cooler. Wait, this is good too. Get my shit off the top. We've got insane amounts of ramen noodles, oatmeal, lots of tomato soup, and other sorts of vegetables.
Canned chicken.
Canned chicken. We got Spam too. I don't know where it is. I hid it somewhere. I think it's down the bottom somewhere.
Spam.
Spam. What exactly is Spam? Nobody really knows. It's probably in the same category as bologna.
Yeah, it has to be. Ingredients: pork with ham, salt, water, sugar, sodium nitrate.
So it's kind of like what's in a Slim Jim. Without the mechanically separated chicken. Spam. The world's mystery meat. This is Pete and his incredibly large pack. Look at that. You know, compared to my pack, it's pretty big. My pack's pretty small. I do have a sleeping bag, but Pete's got the tent, as you can see. Tent, as well as a grate, in case we need some fire happening. And then there's a thing of water somewhere. Actually, it's in the house. Now that I think about it. And is that your sleeping bag at the bottom?
No, that's my bongos.
Oh, it's Pete's bongos. I'm now saying farewell to my house, to the Richard residents, who have created an all-new meaning to the term Porto Potty. Pete and I have just made our first official gas stop in Shodak, New York. Pete and I made a big discovery on our first day. We learned that when you're making mac and cheese, to always put milk or some sort of liquid in, and not just the powdered cheese directly on the pasta, because that tastes weird. By the way, we've arrived at our first destination. We're in New York. Pan.
Oh.
Pan. Camera. Show. This is New York, everybody.
Oh.
It's actually a kitchen, but there's a dog, and there's me, and I'm wearing my camo. This is Lake Ontario. This is Pete being a complete jackass. Jackass just got down.
What the hell?
Well done, Pete, well done. I'm very proud of you. Pete's got a new walking stick. As you can see, it's not that efficient. As you can see, Pete continues to be a jackass. Climbing up very, very unstable terrain. I proclaim that Pete is a complete idiot for climbing to the very top of Chimney Bluffs. Reporting live from inside of a pile of leaves. This is Lake Canandaigua, or something like that. One of the 5 Finger Lakes, and the first of our Finger Lake destinations. That's what they look like. We're like right there right now, and that's pretty much it. It's just like a regular lake. We are now at our second lake. This is Lake Seneca. We're walking down a long path that will take us to a, it looks like it'll take us all the way out to a sign. The lake that I can't pronounce the name. It's like Skin Needles or something like that. It's really hard to pronounce. We're gonna be walking on this long thing here out to where that strange man is standing. We're now at our next lake, Lake Owasco. There's a lot of digging happening, as you can see. They're doing very official business while we're here playing with a camera and looking at all their pretty signs. We now have more clean water. The clean water of Lake Cayuga. This is, Pete, would you care to demonstrate which finger this is?
I think it's like this one. Or like, wait, we went to this one, right?
No, we went this one, this one, this one.
Okay, we went to this one. These 3.
Then we went to this one.
Then we're at this one.
And now we're at this one.
Now we're at this one.
Okay, excellent, excellent. And that is the extent of our Finger Lake search. We've now found all 5. How do you like that?
All 5 Finger Lakes.
La 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 la
Pete and I actually got up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, actually, we were up earlier than this, but we left by 7 o'clock in the morning because Pete and I are going to Niagara Falls.
Woohoo!
Pete and I are now at the Visitor Center at Niagara Falls. Visitor Center. Niagara Falls State Park. We have yet to actually find the falls, so we're feeling kind of inept right now. But we've found lots of dandy information. Fantastic. So we'll report back when we've actually found something.
Sweet.
Pete and I have found water. We're getting close. We're on the trail. Pretty soon, we might actually find Niagara Falls. Which would be splendid. Which would be worth the 2.5-hour drive. You know, you'd think that it would probably be really, really hard to miss a waterfall that size. But somehow we managed. Oh yes, we did. We found rapids and a lot of seagulls. So we're getting close. We are. Very close. We are now apparently on Goat Island. Do you see any goats? Maybe they're goats. They could be goats. We're getting there. There's tourists. I can see them. I can smell them. I saw them on Cape Cod not that long ago. And there's another little goat. Look it. We found it. We have found the falls of Niagara Falls. You figured it wouldn't be this hard for us to find, actually. Surprisingly, we had a hell of a time. Okay, sure, fine. We had no problem finding the truck. We had immense problem finding the waterfall. How does that work? I'd like to know. Pete and I are now on the Oregon Trail.
Sweet.
So we need to find our wagon. That's the next stop.
And gravestones.
Yeah. We need to pick up food because I always died in that game. Because I always ran out of food. The only reason that this part of Pennsylvania exists is because the founding fathers thought it was unfair to deny the Keystone State a share of the Erie shoreline. So, with those words, I will now walk away from the East Coast. There's Pete back there. I've made my first step away from the East Coast. I am now standing on non-East Coast territory. Pete and I are now entering Ohio. Pete and I are now in Cleveland, Ohio. It's 8:15 at night. We made the decision to not camp tonight anywhere and to just keep on driving.
Just keep on going.
So we're just gonna keep going until we hit something interesting. We're probably gonna end up maybe in Indiana or Michigan, somewhere like that, by the time we get anywhere interesting.
And we both have agreed if we both get tired, we're gonna stop somewhere.
Yes, we're gonna stop somewhere if we get tired, so no safety issues here. We will be fine. But we are in Cleveland. As you can see, this is Cleveland. Many interesting things. Home of the Indians and the Millennium Falcon. The Health and Blair Witch Museum. It's now 1 o'clock in the morning and we're entering Indiana.
It's 1:27 a.m. We are in Indiana, as you can see, and it's pretty weird.
So, this is Indiana. This is my first impressions of Indiana. We're somewhere near the Ohio border, but I'm not quite sure where that is.
I've been driving for 8 hours straight now.
Where are you? There you are.
I've been driving for 8 hours straight and still keep on ticking, so I don't know where I am.
Yeah, it's cold out. Breathe, Pete, so you can see. Demonstrate. There we go. It's pretty chilly. It's not really that cold, it's just a little chilly. It's chilly enough.
So here we have it. No parking for 3:30 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Dope.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd better get a move on then.
Yep.
Welcome to Michigan. Great Lakes, great times. It's now almost 3 in the morning and we're now entering a state that looks a lot like a glove. Pete and I are now cruising along Michigan. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. We finally found a place to sleep last night at around 3. So that was comfortable.
Yes.
And now we're just kind of cruising. Pete and I are now cruising around Michigan. We've entered the quaint town of Muskegon and we're at a supermarket. And we're just kind of wasting time until I can get a hold of my aunt. And that's pretty much it. We're now in a Rite Aid in Michigan. We've located their Chia Pet supply.
That's the first time I ever seen one of those.
They have Chia Head,
They went out of business years ago.
Chia Tweety, and Chia Elmer Fudd, Chia Taz. Got the whole supply. I like the elephant. Isn't it spectacular? No, Chia Pet didn't go out of business. No way.
I thought they did.
Dude, who would ever allow Chia Pet to go out of business?
I don't know. I never seen it.
That's against all moral rules.
Well, this is the first supply I've seen.
Come on, Pete. Chi ahead. Chi ahead. We got here till about 11:30 yesterday morning, but for some reason I didn't really shoot any video. So, we're at my Aunt Joanne's house. Here's Aunt Joanne's house. Here's all of our shit. There's Pete. There's me. And, other than that,
We're gonna go on a W.
we're gonna go on a W. So, we'll report later. So Pete and I have now taken a W all the way down to Lake Michigan. So this is Lake Michigan. Not too much different than Lake Ontario other than the fact that it's windy today and it's raining, as you may or may not be able to see. But it was a nice walk. This is the blockhouse. It is definitely a block. This is the blockhead in front of the blockhouse. Pretty cool. He suspects nothing.
Hopefully this weekend, since you brought all this nasty weather with you,
This is my Aunt
you
Joanne
need to go.
and her big mouth.
Go away.
This is the home of the Blair Witch. She generally occupies that corner. That's her favorite corner. To put all of her victims. The victims of evil. Right, Pete?
I guess so.
Man, a few words.
Pete was the fourth victim. It's now, what is it, Monday morning?
Monday, yep.
It's Monday morning. We're now leaving to go to Minnesota, where we will hopefully find the world's biggest ball of twine, which I'm really excited about. But now
for Pete.
the weather's kind of crappy, as you can see, and we're supposed to maybe hit some snow on the way. So I've given us 2 days to get there, so that'll be good. We're pretty much on E, as you can see, but we'll go fix that right now. Pete and I are now on the roadside of I-94, and we are now entering Illinois. Now Pete and I are in Wisconsin, don't you know? Where they're famous for their agriculture and their funny accents and their recreational fun. So I'm now taking my first steps into Cheeseville. Pete and I are now at the Mars Cheese Castle on a roadside off I-94 in Wisconsin. As you can see, they serve sandwiches and cocktails, and it's a gallery of art. Genuine Wisconsin summer sausage. We're now in the parking lot outside of the Mars Cheese Castle, where we purchased wheat thins and a port wine cheese spread made in Wisconsin. Yummy, yummy. It's official cheese from Wisconsin, which we had to taste, of course, because it wouldn't be morally right to go through Wisconsin without eating cheese. Isn't that right?
Go ahead.
We are soon going to be entering the city of Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for the good land.
That's cool though. Check that building out.
So we got out of Milwaukee and we didn't find Alice Cooper. I'm very upset, but you never know. We may find him somewhere else.
Welcome to Minnesota. We couldn't find the state line, so we had to come to this rest area to find "Welcome to Minnesota" sign.
Yeah, because the bastards didn't actually have a sign. I was really pissed off. But we're here to rest up in the magical state of Minnesota, Wherein, in the town of Darwin, lies the world's largest ball of twine. Which we're really excited about, and we hope we can find, because we'll be very pissed off if we don't. But for the time being, we're gonna go take Pete for a jog. By the way, it's now 7:21, because Pete and I have officially passed through our first time zone, which is cool, because now we're officially not on the East Coast. It's now 9:32 p.m., middle of nowhere time, and we're now entering Darwin, wherein lies the world's largest ball of twine, which Pete and I are just about to find.
That's a lot of twine.
That is a shitload of twine.
What would you do with that amount of twine?
That's just a lot of twine. This is St. John's Catholic Education Center in Dassel, Minnesota. Why am I filming this, you might be asking yourself? Because this is where Pete and I will be camping our asses for the evening. Can you see the truck? Neither can the police. Dassel, where we spent the night. It's the next town over from Darwin, because we wanted to be able to see the ball of twine by daylight. This here is the world's largest ball of twine. It is encased in a glass setting of some kind. The world's largest ball of twine was amassed by Francis A. Johnson, 1950 to 1979. The diameter of the ball is 12 feet 9 inches, and it is over 40 feet in circumference, weighing 11 tons. As you can see, Pete and I are uncertain about whether or not Darwin is a Coke or a Pepsi town. We're having trouble deciding. Pete and I are now on the roadside of I-23, and we're officially in the middle of nowhere. Pete and I are now entering another couple 100 miles of nothing but field. Pete and I are now at Burger King in Iowa, where they have it your way, right away, provided you drive 30 miles out of the way, because that's the only way you'll get it. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Show me what exactly. Pete and I are now officially entering M State number 5. Woohoo! We are now in the city of St. Joseph, Missouri, and we're just about to enter the state of Kansas. Dorothy, here we come. Now approximately 1 in the morning, middle of nowhere time, and we've entered Nebraska by mistake. For the evening, we're gonna be sleeping somewhere down here. On one of the many fields in Nebraska, or almost Nebraska, but really Kansas. Pete and I are now hanging out on the wheat fields on the border of Kansas and Nebraska. There's the Nebraska sign. And that is where Pete and I slept last night. We're now entering the town of Russell, Kansas. A town that obviously does not have its priorities straight. Pete and I are now driving through Kansas, and it is Thanksgiving Day. Pete and I are now fueling up the truck at a gas station in Hoisington, Kansas, which is the exact center of the state. Because you needed to know that. Ramen noodles.
Wait.
You gotta say the magic words.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Whoosh! Oh, I'm in Kansas.
So we're now in Colorado. Look at all them colors. Looks like a lot of brown to me. I wonder
want to know how I got up here in the first place.
Now Pete and I are sitting down for our real feast. We have cinnamon Pop-Tart and eggnog. Ho ho ho. Purchased at the only Texaco station that was open in the entire state of Colorado. As you can see, snow sucks ass. So Pete and I have decided to go south into New Mexico as soon as we get the chance. Because I really don't feel like driving through this for another countless amount of hours. That's it. We're now entering New Mexico, and it's snowing. So this is New Mexico, here. We hope to end up somewhere around here. Focus. There we go. Silver City, right there. And then there's a ghost town here. At the moment, we are right about there. There's Colorado. There's us. So, we got a ways to go. This is the teepee that Pete and I slept in last night. Here's Pete cooking oatmeal.
Yeah, there's my flame.
There's the flame. And there's the oatmeal. Apples and cinnamon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Here we are on our second day. They've just offered to let us stay for free for a second night if we help them clean up, so we're gonna go do that. Sweet. As long as you got Kool-Aid, life's good.
Hi, how's it going? I'm Carlo from New York, passing through New Mexico with a friend of mine. We've been traveling for about 2 months on the road in a 1994 Toyota Camry. It's doing us good. We haven't had many car problems. Right now it's very windy out. We don't know if we're going to push on out of the hostel here in Santa Fe, or, well, not Santa Fe, but
Truth or Consequences.
yeah, true, that's right. Like,
Isn't that a
one of
great
the,
name?
Yeah, one of the craziest names in, like, of all the towns, like, I think we've been through probably.
It's now approximately 5:30 at night, and Pete and I are in the town of Silver City, New Mexico, and I'm really upset because there's no train station. Silver City postcards. But there's no train station, so I cannot walk in the footsteps of Rona Atkinson tonight, but maybe tomorrow. It's now approximately 8 o'clock at night, Mountain Time, and we're about to enter the grand state of Arizona. We're now entering Jackrabbit Road, as you can see. I don't know exactly what we're doing, but
I don't know. There's a jackrabbit.
there's a jackrabbit. We seem to have located Meteor City. I'm not quite sure what to make of this. Wow, I think this will go down in history as the most tasteless joke ever. These roads really suck. It's now a snowy Thursday morning, and we're at the snowy campsite where we slept last night in the truck. So, we didn't actually want to get out of the truck because, as you can see, the ground is covered with snow. And I still have my sandals. So, we are about to head out to the Grand Canyon. So that'll be cool. It's now Thursday evening. We've got to the Grand Canyon. We haven't actually gotten out of the car all day. We've been sitting in the parking lot,
We can't find it.
decorating our clothing. Yeah, exactly. We haven't been able to find the Grand Canyon.
We can't find it at all.
But we did find patches. We have patches for the Grand Canyon, and we got postcards proving that we can't actually find the canyon. Maybe we'll have better luck tomorrow.
Yep.
That is a masterful work of Pete.
We're standing outside of a Wendy's in Phoenix.
Oh yeah, life goes on.
Nothing so fun like a 4-foot runny nose. Pete and I found this strange place to sleep last night. I don't know, it's sort of like middle of desert country type place with a big pile of shit just like lying there.
La 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 la.
Pete and I just went through a checkpoint and they just checked our car and searched us and stuff because we obviously look like international terrorists.
No doubt.
Yeah, so that was fun. But anyways, we're still on our way. We're almost at the Hoover Dam. We're driving
10 miles.
through mountains and stuff. Yes, 10 miles to the Hoover Dam, so we'll report later. Pete and I are now hanging out at the Hoover Dam. There you
God
are.
damn.
God damn.
It's a big dam.
Big dam. Haha. It's now 9 o'clock in the morning. We're now entering Nevada, as well as a new time zone. So there you go. Pete and I are now in the great city of Las Vegas. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not nighttime and I'm not 21, so it's not that interesting. This here is the region of Walker Lake, Nevada. There's the town over there, what you can see. This is the kind of towns they have around here. Town and highway, that's pretty much all they really need in this part of the country, because who the hell is going to go to Nevada
And live here.
other than us? In other news, Pete and I have located our rainbow hacky sack. We haven't been able to find it since we left New York, but we found it finally. And we're now in Fallon, Nevada, which is a big gambling town, as you might see later on. We're going to be taking a walk into town now to see if we can find some soda, because our room has a refrigerator, which we're really excited about. Groceries out here are a lot more expensive than back home. This is the kind of thing you see at a Rite Aid in Nevada. Dude, it's Epcot Center.
Are you ready?
It's just like in the movie Big. I insert my 2 quarters.
Trouble at the old gaming tables got you down? Heed these words from the crystal ball. You're in luck, my friend. A great big dollar sign says that a great fortune will soon be thine.
We're in Reno. He's like paid to say that. Thumbs up to obnoxious sequin hats. We're now hanging out at the strange rock formations at Pyramid Lake. And if you ask me, it looks a lot like the set of The Goonies. We made it all the way
Woohoo! Southern California!
to the West Coast. Woo! Ow! With this, we are officially driving into the West Coast. This is Death Valley. than our nasty windows. But this is Death Valley, a place
Roll
that
down the
I've
window.
always wanted to see. I could roll down the window. Wait, rolling down the window. Well, it's been over a month, but Pete and I have finally found our way to the Pacific Ocean. And there it is, up there. And we're about to go see what it has to offer. I am now taking my first steps onto Pacific sand. Dog tracks and stuff. It's great. This is San Francisco, land of rice-a-roni. We're now going over the Golden Gate Bridge in the pouring rain. As you can see, it's very tall and majestic. This is the Golden Gate Bridge of San Francisco, land of rice-a-roni. We're driving through intense fog. We can sort of hardly see what's in front of us. And we're trying to find a place to sleep for the evening. And that's it. Pete and I are now in Northern California, and we're about to drive through a tree. So this will be interesting. Okay, go. That is a big freaking tree. Oh yeah. Don't hit my head, dude. There you have it. We just drove through a tree. And of course, no interesting spectacle in America would be complete without a gift shop. It's now 12:54 in the afternoon, Pacific time, and we're about to enter the great state of Oregon. And the Lord spoketh unto the sea, and he said, Hast thou a boulder in thine waves, or is thou just happy to see me? Pete and I are on a mail mission. We're wandering through downtown Coos Bay in Oregon. It's getting dark, and we just sent a shitload of mail back home, so that ought to keep him happy for a while.
At least for another week.
Another week or so. We're now in the town of Newport, Oregon, and we've officially reached the end of the Oregon Trail. So there you have it. We're now about to go onto this really swell bridge that stretches for about 5 or 6 miles. It will take us over the Columbia River and into the great state of Washington. We're now officially in Washington, the Evergreen State.
Na, 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 woo, woo. We're at a fair and you're not.
Pete and I are about to go on this ride. As you can see. So, if I actually manage to not lose my lunch, then I'll let you know. Pete's come up with a brilliant idea to camouflage the cotton candy so that nobody will see it when we get onto the ride. It's brilliant, it'll work.
Okay.
We've located Disco Santa. Santa, straight from the 70s. We are now apparently entering the city of Forks. My guess is that Spoons and Knives is nearby. And I understand that the Flatware counties are on the other side of the state. Pete and I are now preparing to leave our hotel room where we spent the night last night. It's got a mirror, as they tend to, and a spiffy bathroom and everything. And we are preparing to leave because we made it from Portland, Oregon to Phoenix, Arizona in 24 hours, and we were tired. So we slept for a long time.
Said it shall be true. Said it shall be true. Said it shall be true and never leave me blue. Sue said you.
Bloody-tastic.
Cool. Yoda. You see Yoda. Take it to him, Abba.
Jeff, you okay there?
Wrap it around her head.
I think this is considered torture in some countries of the world.
This is Julia Richard, reporting live from inside of a tree.
What do you mean from inside? You are the tree.
This is Julia Richard reporting live as a tree. I've got pine needles up my nose.
So now you got my candles.
Pete has all of his shit lying on the floor now.
Yeah.
And we're
gotta go through.
we're now in Lancaster, California, with Pete's cousin Tony. Say hi, Tony.
Hello. Oh yeah, people.
By the way, it's Saturday.
I'm on top of a rope at Venice Beach.
We're now on Venice Beach in California.
And it's Baywatch.
This is like where they shot Baywatch. I wonder if we look really closely, we might be able to see Pamela Anderson.
She would be north. She's never been rollerblading. I have.
Yeah, so I was thinking I should learn how to rollerblade so I can go on this weird highway. This rollerblade bike highway business that they have happening here. I think that would be much fun. This man plays violin with a 2-liter Coke bottle. Thought I'd point that out. We have located the strange man in a blue jacket. Huh?
Who jumps up and down on the street?
Who jumps up and down? Okay, wait, look. This is strange. Ah! He's mysterious.
Birds. Julia enters and goes, "Oh my God, it's a total ruin. It's a mess." But
Yes,
it's
it is.
Wiz World. Yes.
As Mike falls on the boxes. Wow.
Absolutely. But no more than 8,000 is the
No
rule.
more. No.
It's the law. Anyway,
Fantastic.
big money, big money.
Big money.
Millions of dollars if somebody will just Give me the money for it.
Well, you gotta get a really big Trekkie.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
It's like stacks and stacks of micro.
Very, very, very small.
It's upside down.
And you can tell?
Yes, I can.
24 lines per inch, right?
Actually, it's down to 50.
50?
But the ink stops moving.
You're a maniac, you know that?
No, I'm just nearsighted. I bought these green jackets for $2 in the bargain basement of the May Company, and they're worth it. Actually,
They're worth it.
They lasted all these years.
It's a whatever it
It's
is.
a typical car in the neighborhood.
Wow.
It's like the Amoeba Mobile.
Wow, it's like a car with a skin condition. It's the psoriasis mobile.
Yeah, many people in Los Angeles don't even know there is a river in Los Angeles. This is it. Also the LA River Rapids right over there. You know,
Hi-ho, it's off to work we go. As it turns out, the aliens from planet Zorg have very poor sense of direction.
Oh, here, take it.
Ah!
Just take.
If you know where to find this man, please let the authorities know. This is the Hollywood sign, and this is Mike with a
Julian
camera.
Pete. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. I don't know that song.
Yep.
If you even think of breaking into here, you'll be fined approximately
You'll be a target.
$103. That lovely coat of brown. How do you like that?
Yeah,
That's magic.
it is.
This is the Whiz Cave. We're going into the cave. Ah! We're inside the cave.
Come on,
There's something very amusing about this. Go on, slide,
I'll
Mike.
get you.
I'm spinning!
This is incredibly difficult to do. I want you to notice this bar's height goes up to my neck. So that's because I'm short.
Not short.
And
You're
I
long
will
enough to reach.
attempt to do something that nobody has ever done before that I've seen, but I'm sure they have.
At this altitude.
At this altitude.
On this
yes.
hill.
On this hill. This particular hill.
Ah! Excellent! This is very embarrassing because I can't do this like this. Cannot. No, no.
Got
That's
that
it.
there?
Next time.
Next
See
time.
me again in 10 years.
Excuses, excuses.
It's the United States of America.
United States of
And it's
America.
upside down because the camera's
You must have been here for a very long time,
a
sir.
very long time.
Very long
He's
time.
probably one of the oldest residents of Beverly Hills.
Probably.
He has been bronzed. He's here so long. People love him. They don't want him to leave. He
Yep.
can't leave. He cannot go to the bathroom. He cannot eat. He cannot spend money. He's technically homeless, and he's right here.
This is a very bizarre phenomenon. George Lucas and I have the same exact size hands and feet.
Did I ever tell you about my evil partner? I made a movie. I had a film.
La 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 la
Pete and I are about to enter Arizona for the 4th time. There you go. It's now Monday morning and we're preparing to leave Tucson, where we spent the night last night at Pete's cousin Joan's house, which was nice. We got a bed, shower and everything, which was sweet. And now we've packed up all our shit and we're ready to go again. So we'll probably be heading to Roswell today. Whatever this thing is, somebody really wants us to see it. There's billboards everywhere. Pete and I have located the thing with a question mark. It's a gift shop. I'd say that Pete and I saw probably about 25 billboards for this place, no exaggeration. Would you say that that's about right, Pete?
Yep.
25.
25.
25 billboards. So let's go see what's inside, shall we?
No doubt.
Pete and I are now inside and we're about to enter the thing. Would you care to do the honors, Pete? the thing. Going to the thing.
We're going
Right
outside.
out here. We're going outside.
Look even worse someday.
Wow, I hope not. This antique car was really the thing for transportation in 1932. Okay. The Rolls Royce. This antique car was believed to have been used by Adolf Hitler. Nice. Is that Hitler himself? Could it be Hitler? So that's what happened to him. A man in a strange mask. And people being held captive. This looks a little sadistic. They're in a cage. It's a man being tortured.
Imagine driving that.
Wow, this is like the car that they used in the Grapes of Wrath. Oh, sweet.
Military.
It's got a lightning bolt on the side. Could this be the thing? Could it be? Through the trees. It could be. We seem to have entered the forbidden corridor. The telegraph! Da-da-da. And an old-fashioned wine press. We should get one of these for the general store. That'd be sweet. We're still following the yellow footprints. I was wondering that myself. And we finally found where the footprints have stopped. At... Dear God, what is that thing? Oh my God! The humanity! Pete and I are now entering the land of enchantment. In the rain. For the second time. We're now on Main Street of Roswell, New Mexico. And we're about to go find some aliens. Have you seen any aliens yet, Pete?
No, not yet.
Okay, just checking. Alien yes. So as it turns out, even aliens drink Coca-Cola. So Pete, now that we've found our aliens,
Yeah.
off to Texas?
Yeah, Texas.
Sweet. We're going to the Alamo. We're gonna go see if there's a basement. We're now entering the state of Texas in the rain. Well, we're leaving San Antonio right now, where we couldn't quite find the Alamo. This here is the last bit of San Antonio that we're traveling through right now. And it's, well, it's Texas, I'll tell you that. Well, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning, Central Time. Pete and I have been driving all night, and we drove through about 900 miles of Texas and another 267 miles of Louisiana. Louisiana didn't have a state sign. We are now entering M State number 6. Woo!
Yay.
Ow! Of course, it's pretty early in the morning, and we've been driving for a very long time, so we're not that excited. Now about 8:30 in the morning on the same day. Big ass truck. Same day, same highway, and we're entering the state of Alabama. It's currently almost 9:30 in the morning, and we're about to enter sunny Florida. As you can see, it's beautiful. Crispy chicken nuggets.
Sponsored by Wendy's.
Sponsored by Wendy's. Okay. Kissimmee, Florida. No, no, Pete, put it out. Only Pete can prevent forest fires, and he's abusing his privilege. We're at downtown Disney right now. This is downtown Disney. Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me how to find the Lego Emporium? Now about 4 in the afternoon, and we're entering South Carolina. It's 7:15 at night, and we're about to enter North Carolina. It's about 10 o'clock at night Eastern time, and we're about to enter the state of Virginia. A familiar state at last. This is my cousin Steven, who's working in his 70s outfit. Check out those wings, baby. This here is the most pointless thing in all Christendom.
For the video log, I would like to say that today is the 8th. Is today the 8th? 9th. Today is the 9th of February, and we're here in Virginia with my cousin Natalia and Stephen and a whole bunch of their friends. And that's it. Thank you.
Oh, that's precious.
Hi, I'm Julia. It's this morning, and we're about to leave. And I have a new hat. What do you think of that? Isn't that cool?
Steven, I dig your hairdo this morning. Pete, we are about to embark on our adventure for the day. We'll be driving
12 hours.
12 hours from Virginia all the way back to Cape Cod. Well, the trip is now over, and I'm about to clean out the truck, which has all of our worldly possessions. As you can see, pretty much everything that Pete and I ever owned is hanging around. And in the back, by the way, I'm home now, as you can see, my humble abode in Comiquid. In the back here, Pete's shoes that stink really, really bad. And basically everything else that we ever owned in our entire lives is back in this pickup truck. So it'll be a fun job trying to clean it out.